We are on our way to MacGregor Point Provincial Park for 5 nights for the May 2-4 weekend.
Yay, finally.
This is one of 2 weekends that we get together with a big group of friends. It's for the May 2-4 and for Thanksgiving. So we're expecting to have so-so weather, but we are going to make the best of it. It's much warmer than it's been so far, so that'll be nice.
Today is Thursday, May 15th, 2025, and we are heading up the day before everybody else comes, so it's not so busy when we go to fill up, and we will be leaving on the Tuesday and avoiding the big dump out lineup. So that's what we usually like to do.
We don't like waiting a few hours in line to dump at the end of the trip.
Yep.
So we'll have a fast dump and arriving again.
That didn't sound right.
And arriving, it'll be quick to fill up. We won't have to wait in a big lineup.
Hopefully.
So we're lucky that because of our schedule that we can do that.
Yes.
But that's a bit of a hack. If you can do that, if you can get there before and leave after, that's the way to do it. Avoid the big rush.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we are now in the town of Dorking.
Dorking.
On our way to MacGregor Point. Let's do it.
MacGregor Point Provincial Park is 4 hours northwest of Toronto near the town of Port Algon. It is classified as a natural environment park. It is on a 7-kilometer stretch of Lake Huron coastline.
Take this way every time. I'm getting sweaty palms. My heart's palpitating.
We're on Bruce Saugeen Town Line Road. And we're almost at the park. And we're doing Cheryl's Hill.
No, it's not pleasant.
We do it every time.
I feel everything's about to let loose.
No.
Look at her, just sweating.
Look straight ahead. It just drops off.
Oh, I don't like it.
Yep.
I don't.
Oh my
gosh. My
gosh.
stomach always get all churny like this.
Look, it just cuts right off.
I know, it's like it just pops up in here.
Oh my god, here we go.
Oh, see the little
There's
picture?
Oh
trucks.
My god.
Oh.
14% grade. Here we go. Look at this.
Get a little
here
crazy.
We go.
Oh gosh. Every time it does this to me. This is us, site number 94. This is a beauty site. It's a pull through. We did it in one shot. You just pull through, you're level, just like that. There's a lot of privacy, a lot of trees, soft pine needles, and it smells so good here. Yeah, we love it. And of course, it's a fairly large lot. Lots of room for Jax to run around when he's not getting tangled. You like the site, Jax? You like it here? He loves it. Across from Site 94, you're going to love this. Probably not as much as I love it. But here's the comfort station. All right, here's our laundry facilities. Washer and dryer. Oh, we need light. Laundry is $2.50. Shower number 1, with hooks, shelf, bench, disposal. Here's the women's washroom. We got shelves, mirrors, garbage can, hooks.
Here's the accessible washroom. Bookshelf, garbage. Got a sink and a mirror. Toilet and baby changing station.
Atta girl. Just about a kilometer north of the park, on the same road as the park, Ken's Firewood, $5 for a little bundle of this slab wood. This is the calm before the storm. It's Thursday, we're walking around the campground. It is nice and quiet. Tomorrow the hordes are gonna be coming in and this place is gonna be hopping. It is May 24 at MacGregor. Michael.
Mr. Coles?
Good to see you, buddy.
You too, Cheryl. How are you?
Oh, my little birdie said you were here. And I'm like,
How are you?
good, how are you? I thought you guys were in the other.
Michael.
Ben.
Hey.
When did you come? Just now?
An hour and a half ago.
Okay.
Jax and I are heading for our morning walk. Each morning we like to get out, get a little walk. Jax gets to do his business and start the day. Start off with some coffee. It's a nice quiet morning. We're gonna check out some campsites. It rained a little bit last night, but if it's gonna rain on a trip, overnight is the time to do it. A little bit wet this morning, but it looks like might clear up, be a pretty good day. So at a lookout like this, there's oftentimes a lot of birds, and Cheryl and I use the Merlin app. It's recording right now. I'm just going to stop the recording, and it will listen to the birds and identify the birds for you. Now we've been using this for years, but just last week, my buddy Steve and Patty, he let me know how to use this a little more. I wasn't using the life list, and it is very cool because you can add birds to your life list. So as you hear a bird, you identify it, you say where the location is, it goes onto your life list. And you can see how many birds that you found, like for the first time for you in this list. So we just started this last week, and I've got all these birds, and that's from MacGregor Point and Pinery, and really from 2 days. So it's very cool. I'm gonna be working on this life list. When you get a new bird, it says you found a lifer and kind of throws you some fireworks and stuff. So it's a lot of fun. Well, we made it down to the waterfront, and it's not real good. It stinks. The wind is blowing in this way, and I was gonna let Jax in the water here, but woo, this is a stink. There's no way I'm letting him in this water and then going back on the trailer. Cheryl would kill me. Sorry about that, buddy. No swimming right now because it just stinks. In my opinion, MacGregor Point has some of the best campsites. Look at this site. This is site 129. Looks like you could park 4 or 5 cars in this driveway. A lot of privacy in the back there. Really nice site. Right across from some vault toilets and a playground right there. And then you have the pull-through sites like ours, where you pull in and you have trees on both sides of you. You're kept quite private. Yeah, these are some of the best campsites in Ontario parks. This is site 125. The driveway is so deep, you can't even see the main part of the campsite. Let's go have a look. Last night, while showering in the trailer, I found a tick had attached itself to my upper inner thigh. So it was a big enough tick I could actually grab with my fingers and pull it out, and it came out alive. I took a picture of it. Here's the picture. I submitted this picture to etick.ca, and then I also looked it up myself, and I'm pretty sure it's an American dog tick, which does not spread Lyme disease, as opposed to a deer tick, or also known as a black-legged tick, that does spread Lyme disease. So I'm waiting for etick to get back to me. It usually takes a day or two, and they'll let me know what kind of tick it was, but I think we're good. And anyway, it was only on me for, you know, a maximum of 6 hours, and even if it was a deer tick with Lyme disease, it takes up to 36 hours before you need to be concerned about anything. So make sure you check yourself each day. They're in all the parks, especially at this time of year. And of course, don't forget to check your furry friend. For some reason the park is without power this morning, so they got the generator going here to operate the store. Went out a little bit, well, for about 2 or 3 minutes last night too, earlier in the evening, so I'm not sure what's really going on. We'll see how long the power's out for. Sounds like your fender's rubbing against your tire.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want that to happen.
Something I thought was so. So we've been out biking for maybe half an hour or so, and I got a flat tire on my bike. Let me rewind a second. Our last camping trip that we were on was at Pinery, and Ben was the last to ride my bike, and he got a flat tire. So when we got home, he tried patching up the tire, but it still wasn't quite right, so we bought a new tube and put it in, and we were riding today, and it's gone flat now. So he went on ahead back to pick up the truck to come and get me. This thing is darn heavy, but I did sneak the old one that he patched up back in the trailer, so maybe he can try fixing it with the old tube again. I don't know why it keeps popping. My bike's been perfectly good up until just our last Pinery trip. It's like right off the rim. It's flat. So I will just patiently wait here until he comes. For Ben's sake, I'd like to point out that is why you always need to be prepared. Got my water bottle, I'm by the potty, got my phone, little snack maybe. Who knows? Who knows how long you're going to be waiting?
Found it. I found what's causing the problem. Check this out. That little piece of metal right there. It's going all the way through. Voila.
Listen for me in a violin. Listen for me when the knife is turning. Listen for me when the world is burning. Babe, would you listen for me? Listen for me Listen for me in a winning streak. Listen for me when you're at your peak. Babe, would you listen for me? Listen for me in a child's power. Listen for me in a golden hour.
All right, we're getting some bird action here on our Merlin. This is what we got happening. Okay, we have our yellow-breasted chat, red-eyed vireo, American redstart, eastern phoebe, red-winged blackbird, American robin, and yellow warbler.
Listen for me when you're on your own. Listen for me when you're far from home. Listen for me when you can't go on. Babe, would you listen for me?
Here we go, back to our old stomping grounds. Just the, what trail is it?
Kempfs Trail.
Kempfs Trail off of our group campsite area.
Listen for me when the knife is turned. Listen for me when the world is burning. Babe, would you listen for me?
It looks like, oh yeah, they've patched it up. Look at that. That's where it was. That's where it was open.
Yeah, fixing it every time.
Can you see it? Yep. Ooh, creepy. There's a couch and a chair. We are on our way to Sunset Point. Looks like a nice night. No clouds in the sky. Clouds always make it a little bit better. But Cheryl, what are you going to do on the way to Sunset Point? Oh, I see. We're going to go ahead. She's got her bike. Coop and John made it this weekend.
Yeah?
And there's Sue, John's better half. And then Grace and Michael. And Cypher, of course. Heading to Sunset Point.
Well,
We got the whole crowd here.
hey, hi.
Hello, everybody.
I got a trailer at work. You can.
Have you been by?
How do you mean a trailer? It's a little dump trailer you can hook up to a pickup truck.
We got to see everybody at the fake campfire.
Everyone's here.
It's like a carrot on a stick to get through. Get through some of the rough ones.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Well, hello. Nice to meet you.
Getting the wall fixed. How do I got the concrete? The French drain is the real big one.
That's a bright light. Wow. I shouldn't have been shining that on people's faces.
Should not have.
You forgot. I did. You're not that old. The cup's so warm.
Emptied 100 cans.
What a waste. Oh my God.
The cup's so warm.
Emptied 100 cans.
Ooh, boy, did it rain last night. Hope the people in the tents were set up properly, had no collapses, and set up at a good location so they didn't make the bottom of the tent a waterbed. And I hope people had their roofs all caulked properly from the dewinterization, because it really rained last night. There is a warning on the radio before that too. But nice and cozy in our trailer. And this morning, taking Jax out for a little walk. We're heading over to the dog beach at the day use area. And it's just drizzling a little bit, but he's gonna get wet and gross anyway, so let's do this. This is the best smelling campsite around. So this is my buddy Jamie here. You've seen him in many videos before. And we've talked before about some crazy stuff he does. He likes to go on really long walks. So Jamie's latest walk, you just got back, what,
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
So I was walking in France from Le Puy-en-Velay to Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, which is the starting point of the Camino Francis. So if you know about Caminos, you've probably heard about Camino Francis. It's the one that 75% of people walk, but there are historic trails that lead all different countries in Europe, all leading to Santiago de Compostela, the city in Spain, where legend has it that the bones of St. James rest. It's a great walk. Many people do it for religious purposes. Other people do it as just a nice walk. It's a long walk. It was 750K. And you stay at what they call gîtes in France, and albergues in Portugal or Spain, which are small accommodations, maybe 12 people. A local host usually cooks you a meal. And you all sit down together for the meal. People from all over the world and speak in many different languages. Traditional French meals, what we usually had. Bunk beds if you're in Spain or Portugal. In France, it was pretty posh, just single beds, which was quite nice. And the walking was good through hills, mountains, farm fields, mostly trail, not so much road. Camino Francis has more road walking, but a good time, meet lots of people.
And this, learn about a month you take to do that?
That kind of distance is about a month. I think it was about 28 days it took us this time. That was 32 last year.
Yeah.
Some people walk alone. The first year I walked alone, but I found that within a couple of days I was walking with other people. I just like to walk with other people. And walking with a couple of friends, we still meet other people. By the time we finished, we had our French trail family of about 6 different people, mainly French people, but we all ended up at the same spot. Don't necessarily walk together, but end up at the same spot and have dinner together and get to know each other quite well.
Very nice.
It's lazy man's backpacking. I carry a pack, but I have only about 8 to 10 pounds in it. I don't need to take a tent. I don't need to cook my own food. I'm just going from albergue to albergue, eating either at restaurants or at the albergues. So it's a good time. Nice way to walk and not have to carry a whole lot.
And your first one was the entire Bruce Trail, wasn't it? Wasn't that your
first? When I retired,
one?
I walked the Bruce Trail, which,
yeah,
when you compare like similar distance, I quite enjoyed the Bruce Trail, but it's not set up for people to through hike it. They say by 2030 it will be. They're working on getting more campsites set up, but it avoids towns for the most part, where the Camino goes through towns on purpose. So it's easier not to carry a lot of stuff. So when I retired from teaching photography, I was looking for a project. And then the project I started when walking the Bruce was shooting portraits of the people that I met along the way. I get tired of just shooting landscapes. I don't remember things so much by the landscapes, but by the people, and you meet interesting people, it's an interesting way to remember your days. So I try to shoot at least one person per day, usually more, people that I meet along the way, and get a little bit of their story, and then I post them on my website, trailportraits.ca.
We're just checking out the beach in Southampton, and you can tell it's cold. Look at the size of the flag. What is happening here?
Hey, man.
Ho, 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 ho. We have popcorn. Nice. Look, I brought the whole troop.
We just followed the crowd around the road.
Yeah.
This morning I followed the site to, I followed here to the smell of bacon. Now I'm following to the smell of popcorn. I like this site.
Dangerous. You guys. Creative. Hello, hello. Hi.
Oh, thank you so much. Ooh, look what I have.
Oh, for God's sake.
Maybe not. I'll just let it slide this time. Look at official.
Okay, that's good too.
It's good to see the park staff cleaning up the driftwood and weeds and stuff that have come up. They're making the campers beach all ready for the new season. A little cold today, it's 8 degrees, but it is sunny, so it's very nice.
Don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun?
We're with Mike here. And Mike, can you tell us some of your favorite camping games?
Well, probably one of our favorite ones is ladder golf, which goes by a number of different names. I'm sure people know them by different names. Newfie golf is another name. We have 2 stands. They're put about 30 feet apart. That varies depending on the people playing and what the regulations state. But you have these are basically golf balls on a string, and you toss from one end to another, and you try to loop them on to the bars across. 3 points, 2 points, 1 point. We adjust the rules as we go. We've decided that if you get one on all 3, you get an extra point, bonus point, to make the game more fun. And as you can see on the side, there's measuring for points, games up to 21. And we enjoy this game regularly, and we play it with a lot of people. You get 2 per team, 1 on each side from each team, and then you can rotate teams and spend hours playing.
Here we have Mike's daughter, Elizabeth, and she's going to tell us one of her favorite camping games.
We usually play it on the beach, but I've got spike ball here. It's kind of like volleyball in a way. You got the ball, you got to bounce it off the net, serve it off the net. You got 2 teams, 2 people on each team is how we usually play. Yeah, hit it off the net, and the next your teammate's got to hit back, or you can do 3 passes between the 2 of you, and then it's got to hit the net and bounce off. The other team gets 3 passes. Yeah. And if it stays on the net, rolls off the net, or it hits the ground, then the other team gets the point.
We have Kelly here who's going to tell us what her favorite camping game is.
I like to play Quicks. So Quicks comes with this set of dice here, and then those would be the scorecards that it comes with. So they're two-sided, but we had a friend who enlarged it for us, laminated, and then we have dry erase markers. Then we can just keep reusing it. But the nice thing about Quicks, it's you can play with more than two people, but it is quick. Like a game could be done in as fast as 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. So it doesn't take long, and the object of the game is to basically get as many X's in these rows as you possibly can, and then that's how you win the game, and it's with different combinations with the dice.
Now we have Jamie who's going to tell us what his favorite camping game is.
So my favorite game is a version of Rummy taught to me by my grandmother, Lily. So we call it Grandma Lily's Rummy. It's a pretty fast game. You can play with 2 people, you can play with 5 people. And the object of the game is to have the lowest score, not the highest score, usually with Rummy. It's good fun.
Here we have Grace and Michael, and they're going to share what their favorite camping game is.
We don't have a big trailer, and we have a very small car, so we travel light, and we like to play card games. Phase 10 is a game that we really like.
So John, what is your go-to game when camping?
Well, one that we don't play enough that I really enjoy is Frisbee Cup.
Frisbee Cup, it's been a long time.
It's been a long time. Frisbee's a cup on a stick, trying to knock the other guy's cup off the stick and catching it.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
It was fun. You get points. We always had an added thing to it. You had to have a cup of liquid in one hand.
Yeah.
So that added some challenge to it, and there couldn't be any lid on it.
And there's always something you didn't want to spill.
Right. But I would like to know, what is your favorite camping game that you play with Cheryl?
So I would have to say, without a doubt, my favorite camping game with Cheryl is playing Yahtzee on the beach with her silver little table set up, and we have a box, and we just start rolling the dice.
Yahtzee! Peter's going to tell us what his favorite camping game is.
Well, Cheryl.
Yes.
Actually, my favorite camping game is Around the World Ping Pong, which we bring a ping pong table on our longer camping stays. And as many people as we can get around the table will play. And no matter your skill level, doesn't matter. And if you lose, you just walk around the table. And if you're on the other side, you have to walk around the person playing. And you just keep going, and it's a tremendous amount of fun. You can kill a lot of time and not even know how much time has been spent.
Here we have Evelyn, and what is your favorite campground game?
My favorite campground game is Wizard. It is a card game similar to euchre, and you place bets to see how many tricks you guys can get, and there's 6 players up to that can play.
Connie, what is your favorite camping game?
Skippo. I love Skippo. And I was going to say, I love the memories of kids playing card games, any card game. Walking in at a dining tent and seeing, 10 kids playing a game and all getting along is fantastic, and it doesn't matter if it's raining.
Perfect. You heard it from Mama Connie.
Okay, Carlene, what's your favorite game?
I don't play games.
Hi, Bentley.
Hello, Cheryl Ann.
What's your favorite camping game?
I think my favorite camping game is Farkle, and we just played it.
Yes.
It's so simple. You just need 5 dice. I know most of the times you see the game at 6 dice, but Jamie and Kelly taught it to us with 5 dice. I think they lost a die. But anyway, we like that game a lot. So Cheryl, what is your favorite camping game?
I've always liked Yahtzee, but I do like Farkle and Boggle and Dice Poker and ladder ball, even though we don't bring it anymore because Jack will attack the balls. What else?
So, just to recap,
Yes.
in typical Cheryl fashion, we've asked everybody what their favorite game is, and they told us a game. We asked Cheryl, and she gives us 6 or 7 games.
Well, it depends on the mood of the day.
So we have to bring them all with us.
Well, yeah.
That's why it's good
Plus
when they're
other
small
ones.
games, when they're just like dice and things like
I
that.
also have that little backpackers one. It's 5 games in one,
Yeah.
a little pouch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the flip the lid, flip
Yeah.
the box, flip the lid with the dice. They're just tiny, like this big.
I see another Axel in the future.
Oh, you're so dramatic. We'd love to know what your favorite campground games are. Please post in the comments below.
Tails are wagging, let's go play. Jack's the dog will guide the way. For parks and trails he's sniffed it through. It's Jack's Paws and Play Review.
Jax, how did you feel about MacGregor Point? Should we go over what they have? They have 2 on-leash dog beaches, but the dogs can be off-leash when they're in the water. All the hiking trails are dog-friendly. Jax, you really enjoyed those, didn't you? Yes. And there's a lot of trails that the dogs can go on, which is great. I think the campsites are nice for dogs because most of them seem to be fairly large and private and treed, which is nice. Good shade for the hot summer. There's no fenced-in dog area for you to run, though. So what would you rate this one? How many doggy paws? 6. He says 6, so we are in agreement. 6 dog paws it is.
We mentioned before about a trailer wiring fault that we've had in the truck. We've actually had that trailer wiring fault for years, and what it does is it is for the trailer brakes, and it causes the trailer brakes to periodically not work. So I might be stopping at an intersection, the trailer brakes will come on, off, on, off, on, off. It was horrible. We've been trying to deal with it for years, trying to determine if it's a truck problem, or if it's a trailer problem, or it's both. But we've got it fixed now. We've got it fixed. It is so sweet. When I apply the brakes come on smoothly. They are awesome now. And here we go, I'm applying the brakes. Can you show this, Cheryl? Look at the trailer gain on there. Full trailer gain. And that was a nice smooth transition. It went, the trailer gain came on, I stopped properly. We haven't had that for a few years. So, like I said, it went back and forth between a truck problem or trailer problem. We had been to Ford multiple times. They said it's a trailer problem. We've been to a couple trailer RV repair shops. They said it's a truck problem. So we finally went to Don's Trailer Service in Kitchener, talked to Tyler there, loved Tyler's attitude. Tyler said, everything is fixable and we will get this fixed. I'm here at Don's Trailer Service, and this is Tyler, and he's the guy that saved us and saved the brakes on our trailer. Tyler, can you tell us a little bit about the recent changes to Don's?
Yeah, so this, I guess, earlier or late last year, we took over Don's trailer in November from the previous owner. There was a family that we worked closely with in the propane industry and stuff like that. So yeah, we just kind of took it over, starting to try to ramp back up and continue on all the service that they did and keep living the legacy.
That's great. So is there any of the old staff still here, or is it all new?
It's all new staff. Yeah.
All new.
Yeah, most of the staff had already moved on before we got here, so starting fresh.
So I came to you a couple of weeks ago or a month ago with a trailer issue that I've been having for years. And I loved your attitude because you said, everything is fixable and we will fix this for you.
Yeah.
So can you tell the viewers a little bit about the experience you had with our trailer?
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Initially, the brakes were just weak, we'll say. We hooked up to our trucks, felt that they're weak, pulled them apart, decided, pads are very low, or the shoes are very low. They should be replaced. Everything was a little rusty in there, like they hadn't been working too well, so we replaced everything. Hooked up to one of our older trucks with a brake controller as well, and everything seemed to be good. Got you to come in. We said, hey, we want to test everything, make sure everything's adjusted properly to your truck. Hooked up to your truck, seemed a little weak, and then we started to go, okay, something's wrong here. All of a sudden, all the F-150, warning lights that you're so familiar with started coming back on again. We said, what the heck is going on here? From there, I guess we had a couple thoughts. Initially, we decided we were going to replace that 7-way connection from the front all the way to the box because we were thinking maybe a ground issue was occurring.
So we were hoping that was going to fix it.
Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, it didn't. It's funny because it did actually make it better on the Ram we were testing it on, because the warning light wasn't happening almost at all on the Ram, but on the F-150, no change. Then you'd taken it because you had a trip planned. So you took it for your trip, obviously still had issues, and then we brought it back and we decided, all right, we're going back to square one. started cutting out some extra wire, putting new wires in everywhere on axle side and so forth, and decided to replace the breakaway switch too.
Yeah.
We decided to do that because the error was resetting every time we'd pull that breakaway switch out, and it was kind of a weird thing to happen. So we decided, you know what, let's just try that, and the rest was history. You were able to drive and stop.
Yeah, it was awesome. It's been a few years since I've had proper brakes on the trailer, and going to MacGregor Point, it was great, and going home, it was great. Haven't experienced that in a long time. And I really appreciate it because I had been to a few trailer places before, and each time they told me the trailer's perfectly fine. And I've been to the Ford dealership, and they told me the truck's fine. So nobody really did a deep dive into figuring out what the problem was. And that's what I appreciated. You took the time, and we're talking in the beginning of May, super busy time for trailer companies, for trailer service stations. And you had me in right away. And when I came back from a trip from Pinery and the brakes weren't fixed, you said, on your way back, just drop off the trailer and we'll get it taken care of. And I said, well, my next trip is in 3 days. You said, no problem. So it was awesome. I really appreciate all your work on this. And I'd like to mention that this is not sponsored content at all. I paid full price for everything here. I just like to recognize good work. And Don's Trailer Service, they took good care of us. Thanks a lot, Tyler.
Thank you.
I think with our last truck, it was also a truck problem too, because I had trouble with a couple other trailers that I was towing, a utility trailer and a landscaping trailer and a dump trailer. So I think with the old truck, it was a truck problem and a trailer problem. With this truck, it was just a trailer problem, and we got it resolved. Well, that's a wrap from MacGregor Point Provincial Park. Thank you very much for joining us. And our next trip is going to be
Laurel Creek Conservation Area.
That's right.
The adventure continues.
We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye. Oh yeah, that's a great site. Is that ever nice to pull in and to get out too?